All right, welcome to the 2023, or I should say 2552 uh, Farukon anniversary event. This is the keynote. We'll be going over a couple different things in the keynote speech. Going to have a brief introduction, highlights from 2022. A special thank you, and then an announcement for all of the projects that we will be starting this year or continuing this year within our divisions. So if you don't, for those of you who don't know me as intimately as some other people in the org, I am Tux. I'm the founding leader of Farukon. I'm one of the board members, and I lead the org as a whole, but most of the real action is our division leads. They're the ones where the rubber meets the road. So if you like a certain thing that your division is doing, reach out and thank your division leader and let them know that you appreciate the work and time and effort that they put in. So the vision for this org was very, very simple at the very beginning, and it was basically to have a mature, responsible, and selfless group of people that were excellent helpers in the community and that thrive by helping others, as well as by pushing our org in the right direction and to meet our own goals. Obviously, we're a heavy industrial org, so we focus primarily on heavy industrial operations from reclamation, mining, energy production, things of those sorts. Our other divisions help augment our heavy industrial division, and those are our dedicated and bespoke security forces and our dedicated flatline teams that help with medical emergencies. So that's pretty much the introduction out of the way. You know who we are, you know who I am, and we're going to get right into the highlights for 2022. So this time last year, we started a new Discord, and with that came our welcome gate, and that's basically the little introduction to the server where you have to accept the terms and conditions. This year is a little lackluster with only 15 users being caught in the net and not being able to join the server because they're either bot accounts or they're malicious accounts that don't know how to utilize dynamic button presses on the channel. So we were able to catch 15 of them. Last year we had somewhere around like 60 to 70 that we caught, but that was also because that server was up for a lot longer, and we had some interesting people that are no longer here. We just broke our second milestone for the org, which is 70 plus members. I think we're at 72 now. And so just for reference, the first milestone for any org is to get over 35 players. 35 active players is a pretty decent org size for multi-ship, multi-cruise ship operations. When you break 65, that's when you start getting into very, very small wings or very, very small squadrons of fighters and their support craft. Obviously, our next big milestone will be 100 members. Our goal this year is to reach 120 members by this time next year, and we're going to be throwing a very big party for when we break 100. We're going to be the executives and the board members are all going to pitch together, and we're going to have a raffle where somebody gets about $100 to spend on the ship of their choice. So that's brand new. You can thank Proto for that idea. That was a really great idea, and I think we're going to drive with that. So we changed up the look and feel of our org site and our logo, and pretty much any single touch point that a member or Star Citizen community member might see about our page and our logos and things like that. And we were able to revamp those a little bit. So that was a little bit of a struggle due to the fact that we had to do it in such rapid haste last year. But we've finally solidified on our look or feel, and we're looking into different technologies that will help us perpetuate that look and feel. One of the biggest highlights from last year was that our members were instrumental in testing and bringing one of the most abused and repeated money glitches in recent SC history. We had over 30 posts on the ticket system, and we were able to discover absolutely everything there was to know about the sell, resell, buy, rebuy glitch at the store terminals. And I'm super proud of all of our guys that put in a lot of work on the forums to let the devs know how it was happening, why it was happening, and the circumstances that surrounded that issue. So it ended up getting fixed in the subsequent patches, and we no longer have 100 million billion credit accounts walking around. So it was that was a really cool highlight from 2022. This year we also established multiple frameworks for the training and development of talent. So whether it's a miner or a surveyor or a ground guy or a security guy or a dogfighter, we now have proper training doctrines and training programs to get you spun up and into the field that you want to have fun in. So we have pretty minimal spin up times now, and I think we're at a point where we've streamlined those processes extremely well. We've opened up relationships with several key organizations. I'm not going to go into the details of those organizations, but I will just say I am amazed by our members and the relationships that they've fostered in the PvP communities, as well as some of the racing communities and mining communities and logistics teams and things like that. We've made some really great org friends along the way, and I think, and we also again launched a coalition that is a very passive entity, but it gets the information into the hands of those people that need to know it across all of our friends in different orgs. So I'm really happy with all of the different orgs that have come together and are playing really nice together, and who have helped us and we've helped them, and it's just been a really great growing experience for the org this year. So just a shout out to those of us who play all around the world. I know a lot of you guys can't be here right now. The Super Bowl, I don't expect to be more important than the Super Bowl, obviously. But there are members that they go unnoticed, and I see their activity. I see them when they're on. I see them and their influence in the org, and whether it's those who are in Japan or in Australia or in the UK or Italy. Just a phenomenal team that's in those different areas, and they've just been putting in so much work, and they have such a good passion for the org, and it's just it's a little humbling because like they don't get the recognition that they deserve, and it's always just I feel kind of bad that we don't have more teams in those areas, but we're earnestly trying to recruit in those areas in those times so that they're not left out. So for you guys out there, hopefully we can get you guys some more people to play with, and also that we can bring a good support group and unit for you guys to invest in those areas locally. HR has requested that I say that they added 2 more members, and Demon is extremely happy with their performance in the HR department, and he's just overwhelmed by how awesome all of you guys are. So from Demon, he loves you guys, and he really wants to see you guys grow and become the community that we all see potential in. So for those of you who have been active, I've seen the hours you put in. I'm always checking my phone. I'm always in and around Discord. I see all of the time that you guys put into it. It inspires me to continue to post in our Nexus chats to get you guys bleeding edge content in those areas so that you guys have the entertainment and information and critical data for outside of the org type things, whether it's hobbies or tactical stuff or stories from the past that have taught us lessons, or food or racing scenes in Formula One, and I love how much you guys inspire me with how much work you guys do in the org, and it doesn't go unnoticed. I just see so much potential in every one of you guys, so I just greatly appreciate everybody's time and effort in the org. For those of you that are new or coming into the stream, just let you know we're streaming, so if you feel like you're going to have some background noise or anything like that, just mute your mic. We'll be done here in just a moment. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. So, a little special message from us. We started this org in 2018. I was a little unsure because it's been so many years, but in 2018 we actually founded Farukon Armaments and Secured Industries. That was the original name of the org. In 2019 we established our org structure and guidelines, basically nailing down the structure of the org, how it was going to operate, what our goals were. And then in 2020 we initiated our 3 division entities, Mako, Kilo, Mako, and at that time Hope. We've since rebranded Hope to Flatline as we rebranded and restructured in 2022, but in 2021 we launched our new prototype Discord. We set up some new rules, new roles, and then in 2022, which was last year this time exactly, we launched the new rebrand and the new server and got through a bunch of different stuff. So again, I can't stress this enough. I just want to, thank you guys for building the foundation and momentum that we've achieved in this community. We did have a rough start in 2022. For those who endured that onslaught and fought off some of the aggressors, and resolved to make Farukon better for the future, I'm forever grateful. You guys really pulled me through that time. It was really rough on me, but again, I can't. This community is not built on me alone. It's built on all of you, and I am very grateful for all of the sacrifices and help that you did. Your efforts have allowed us to survive as an org and to flourish into something remarkable and exciting, and I could not ask for better members. Um, that I feel humbled would be an understatement when I see the dedication and loyalty from you guys. I keep on rounding these wagons, but um, just you guys have been great, from training events to silly excursions that result in server-side 30Ks. All of you have been inspiring. So momentum is the key ingredient to this org right now. It's going to be the driving factor for us moving forward. Momentum is defined by the quality that keeps an event developing or making progress after it has started continue. We've established a momentum within our community that has been driving development, innovation, and we've been working behind the scenes on a couple different projects that I think you guys might get pretty excited about. Our focus this year is to capitalize on this momentum and increase our momentum as an organization, obviously. So let's get into the final part that I have to bring you guys, which is our projects. So I'll start with Forced Hero is continuing a project called Project Deadwind. This is basically making the tool that we use for mining and logistics more available to the general population in an effort to grow Farukon and Kilo. Farukon.games is a tool that provides a unique feature set to the industry side of Star Citizen. We have created a tool that at the moment tracks payouts for each mining run, and who has played and if the run has been sold. We have plans to add cargo and salvage, making it a fully featured tracking set for anyone in the industry. So stay tuned for that. If you want to be on the beta test or alpha test, really, let Forced Hero know, and we'll see about getting you on there and testing that program. So let me see here. Demon has an initiative more than a program, and it's basically expanding our ambassador / diplomat I would say functionality, but it's basically we're expanding our ambassador and diplomat training set for them to go around the community and rep us as an org. Think of them more as ambassadors and diplomats from our org to other orgs and to the community at large. And then also the support initiative for events. So they're going to help with better planned events and also with better communication between orgs. All right, so Proto has initiated Project Unum. we're composing and reconstructing team layouts within Mako to better assist with unity and cohesion while still retaining small unit tactics but not having assigned placement to avoid conflict. Individuals will compete for rankings within the division. We will be utilizing all divisions of Farukon in order to conduct systemic ops that will utilize the Mako teams and unit tactics as a whole. So we're going to start doing combined divisional operations. They're just going to be basic events where Mako will have set things that you don't have to worry about as a miner, and they don't have to worry about you as a miner. And they'll be communicating with different teams to make sure that when we do like a big mining push, all of the miners are safe, all of the logistics guys are safe, and we don't get like ganked out there. So once again, these are the projects that we're going to be starting. For those of you coming in a little late, it's fine. I'm recording this so you guys can listen to the whole broadcast, and you'll be able to check that out as soon as I post it later tonight. If you have pagers or cell phones, mute yourself here. I'm going to go into a question and answer time after the projects section, and hopefully I'll have some answers for the questions you might ask. So moving on, we've been able to add some critical training personnel to Mako, and I'm super excited because it's going to add, our guys were pretty lethal as it was, and we've been able to connect with some tier 1 PvP entities, and it is definitely going to reshape the battlefield when it comes to the lethality of our security teams and our positioning and threat risk assessment planning and things of that nature. So I'm really excited about that. Now that's all contained in Project Unum. All right, I'm going to be starting 2 projects this year. One will be ongoing. The other is a little bit more of a short-term project. The short-term project is a carryover from last year, but it has been retooled and redefined in scope. I think the scope of this project was way too extensive, and it was just unrealistic for a 1-year project. So we're snapping it in half and moving on. So Project Surging Storm is our org website design concept. Originally, I was building a website from scratch, and with all the different things that 2022 threw at me, it was unrealistic to do the whole website with the level of professionalism and design elements that we want to accomplish with that. So it's being retooled as a design concept, and we'll be incorporating the new brand look and feel, and we'll be going into basically it'll be a 1-page landing page with some animations and blocks that will change when you click on different elements, but you'll never be taken to another page. It'll just be all contained in 1 page. And finally, the last project for the year is being called Helios Rising. And some of you knew this was coming. We're building our own tabletop RPG. This project is world building, creation of core mechanics, and testing. I think we can actually enter testing of core mechanics later this year. I'm thinking maybe in the summertime when everybody has a little bit more time, depending on your career. So it looks like basically we will be building a complete TTRPG or tabletop RPG for our members with their own world, with its own rules, and all of these elements, all the elements of the game will be chosen with member input and insight, and it's going to be great. I think it'll be something that is, we can do D&D, but it'll be better than, some of the other D&D systems that you've been used to. For instance, combat is going to be quick and less painful than the current D&D out there with like Rule 20 and stuff like that. It's just going to be a lot more streamlined. There's going to be a lot less math. There's going to be a lot less, check rolls and things like that. But it's going to bring a lot of excitement in that field. So those are our projects for this year. I'm really excited about the direction of the org and where we're headed. Like I said, this time next year, we might have a bunch of more active players. I think we've hit a really good stride here, and we're going to keep the momentum going. So, all right, I am opening up for questions. Don't all jump in at one time. If you have any questions, go ahead and you can ask them. With no questions. Walnut, did you have anything you wanted to add, or did you want to have any? Did you have a question?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, just so that you know, we had our successful Pearl platform Pico hide and seek. There was an issue with the upload, so I'm in the middle of re-rendering it, and I'll be posting that along with this keynote. So stay tuned for that. And with that, I think we will end our keynote for 2023. Thank you guys for sticking around, and thank you for contributing to the org. Really appreciate you guys.